Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the first part of the 3D printer. This is the base and the y-axis which slides back and forth. There it is, driven by a motor, which you can see here. And so what we'll be doing is attaching the motor, putting in the pulleys, which you can just see under there, which will go onto the belt and help drive this guy back and forth. So I'm going to pull this apart now. So I already made this one. So, you need to have the base. The first thing we're going to do is put in these bearings. Now you want the 8mm bearings, which are the bigger ones. And you'll see these guys, the 8mm rods, fit in quite easily. And you'll have the same thing with this. You'll have the thick 8mm ones and the thinner 6mm ones. We're using the 8 first. Now you'll have two sets of rods like this. You want the shorter pair. Don't worry about the rods later actually. The first thing we're going to do is fit them in there like that. If you've got any like junk in there, you can get your fingernail in there. You need to make sure these go in straight. So just scratch out any extra bits. You may even have to get the scissors in there and just scrape them. And just make sure the insides are clean and straight. If you've got one sitting askew like that, it's going to cause us problems later. So clean it as best you can. And the way we're going to hold it is just with some cable ties. This may seem a bit low tech, but that actually works really well. My original version, I actually clamped these down with a great big plastic clamp, which helped so they could never move. These cable ties, they hold it down firmly, but also allow it, if it gets really pushed, to move just a little bit. And sometimes you want it to be able to move just a little bit, so otherwise it can get stuck and can't move at all. So you want these, you should find it pretty tight. When you move this guy around, he stays still. But if you sort of hold one down and push really hard, you can still move a bit. That's fine. Now when I cut the tails off, I'm going to leave a little bit there. That's just so later on if I do really have to tighten them again, I've got a little bit to go on. If you cut them right back to zero, if you ever find this too loose, you'd have to cut the whole thing off and put a new one. So that just allows that a little bit of leeway. So that's it. These can go in now, but we're not going to. The next thing we're going to do is put the motor in, and the pulleys that will let the motor push the belt back and forth, and also move the bed back and forth. So what we need to do first is get the motor. Now make sure you grab the motor that's been cut off. You should have 5 motors, and one of them will have a slightly shorter top. You have to make sure it's the shorter top. You may even see it's a bit burnt, and the cutting is a bit not very good. That's because I cut this one short myself. So what we need to do, next we need to put on the drive pulley. We want it to go down as low as we can get it, but if you go right down touching the bottom, it can cause problems later. If it's not totally flat, it can turn halfway and then get stuck. So just put, this is a bit thick, you just really want a piece of paper, just put that in between. And then tighten these 2 grub screws. So tighten those guys, pull this out, and you'll have a nice thin gap. A bit of paper is better. Post-it note papers are really good because it's quite thin. You just need to have a minimum possible gap. And then what we do with this guy is he goes up underneath the bottom like that. Line up the holes. Now for now, you can see he's got 4 screw holes. We're just going to do 2 of them. And we're going to use 6mm screw. Now the way you can know a 6mm screw is to measure it. Do not measure from the top of the screw like that. You measure from the head of the screw. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that, or if it's a bit blurry. That's 6mm. So make sure you have a look at these carefully, because in some cases the screws are very similar. We've got 18mm and 22, which isn't that far apart. And it's really important you to use the right one. Now, the other thing you have to care about when you put this in is this. That's the plug to plug the wire in later. If you put the motor in this way, with the plug there, we're really going to struggle later. So make sure when you screw this in, the plug is pointing towards you. Whoops. Make sure the plug's pointing to the middle so we can get the cable in later. And the best way is just hold it there with your hand. Look down the hole, line it up, drop this guy in. If you can, give it a few turns. Then we're going to go and grab the screwdriver. Now, I'm sure I've mentioned to a few of you guys before, don't screw this one in all the way yet. If you screw it in all the way, let me give an example. If I screw it in all the way, you can see these holes are not lined up properly. And because this one's so tight, when I try and get the next screw in, I'll never get it in. So what you want to do is put in all the screws first before you start tightening them up. There's a second 6mm screw. Now make sure you're putting them in the same holes that I am, because these two holes in the middle, we're actually going to screw something different into those. So 6mm screws on the outside. Now I'll show you what to put in here. Now you're going to need two 22mm screws. 22mm. You're going to need two of these pulleys. Now in your bag you should have 3 pulleys like this, but one of them has teeth. You want the ones that are smooth on the inside. You're going to need 2 flanged nuts. Now a flanged nut means it has this flat piece on the bottom. That flat part is a flange, and that means when you screw it in, it will grip onto whatever surface. And you also need 2 just regular nuts. So these regular nuts are a bit smaller and they don't have the flange. So 2 22mm screws, 2 pulleys, 2 flange nuts, 2 regular nuts. And here's what we do. We take the screw, we put the pulley on all the way to the bottom, then we put on the regular nut. And it's very important you get this right. You need it to go all the way on. Now you don't want to go and get a spanner and tighten this up. We don't want it tight, but we do want it all the way on with no gap. See, there's no gap, but this can turn. See that? You can still move back and forth a little bit. We don't want that. So tighten that a little bit more. So you can still spin freely. You see as I'm doing that, the nut's moving? And that is the reason why we have the second nut, the flange nut. Make sure you put it on the same way I am, with the flange pointing out. Put that all the way on. Just finger tight. So now you can see the pulley turns freely, but it can't move back and forth. And if I spin it, it's not moving. I'm just going to make a second one of those. It's really important there's no gap that these are on all the way. We don't want the pulley to move up and down, just round and round. There we go. And what we do with this is we just screw them in here. We'll screw that in all the way. And what you want to do is make it tight. And after you've made it tight, you'll find that this won't turn. That's what you want, because what we're doing is we're making sure that flange nut is tight against the plastic, so it won't turn. And then we're going to hold the pulley and just undo the nut, undo the bolt, I should say, slightly. It's moving a little bit now, but I want a little bit more. Yeah, just until it turns pretty freely. It can still be a little bit not free. It's taking me a little bit of effort to push, but not very much. So what we've just done is the nut is holding on really tight, and there's enough room for this guy to turn. So we'll do the next one. Once again, screw it in tight first. Now this one I had a bit of a gap. Now that's got a tiny gap there, but I think that's fine. If this one turns really freely, then it's because there's a paper thin gap in there because I didn't do the nuts up properly. But it's fine. If you've got a big gap and the pulley can move up and down, you'll need to take it off and tighten those nuts a little bit. And the reason is So we need to make sure these are all the way in. Number one, we don't want it moving up and down. There's no need for it. But also, the gap between those bolts at the top is basically 0. So we can't have it sticking out bigger than what we need. So now, see what we've done there is we've made it so the belt, go around there and through there, and when the motor turns, it will pull that belt back and forth. If we didn't have those pulleys, if we had it something like this, there's not many teeth touching at the same time, so it can easily slip. And also, if we did it like that, that triangle changes, and as we move sideways, the speed will change. So what we do, we put it around these pulleys, and then it can go straight and have plenty of teeth touching. Now we're actually going to take this belt off in a minute, but we're going to put it on first, just to work out which way the teeth go. So of course one side is smooth, one side has teeth. Now your bed has a triangle on one side, and that triangle goes on the same side that has this square hole in the bed. You see one side of the bed, so one side of the base doesn't have a square hole. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip that upside down now, and I can see which way the belt goes, with the teeth on the right, and the flat side pointing towards the triangle, and I'm going to take it off here. There. And now what I'm going to do is just put that through that hole there. It's a bit tight on mine because I've tightened this before. Push it through. So it'll keep my belt with the teeth on the right side. Now what you want to do is get 18mm screw. And we're also going to get a flange nut. And we're going to put it on about halfway. Just like that. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and here. Now, mine's been screwed before, but your one will just have a hole, and the hole's a little bit too small. So you'll have to, as you turn it, push down a little bit. So push down and turn. Push down and turn. Make sure you push down because you want it to bite into the plastic. If you don't, it probably will just get spinning and spinning and spinning. And I can feel now it's gone all the way through. Now you don't really want it sticking out, so just back it off a little bit. It's not going to hurt to have a bit sticking out, but you don't want it sticking out too much. And then we tighten that nut and just get it as tight as you can with your fingers. Now what that nut does is just make sure, because it's only a thin piece of plastic, the nut will help it like a big foot and not let it move left and right so much, because the belt will pull on it. Now you're going to need another cable tie. What you want to do is make it into a loop first. Don't close it all the way. And then put it on your belt. We're going to put the belt around here. And just get that out of my way. And what we're going to do is just hold those teeth together. And then you're tightening this with your right hand. And what you want to do is pull it. See, I can pull it as hard as I like. It doesn't really go in. You can pull and move it back and forth. Hard as you can, back and forth. And you'll see that has pulled that together, and when I pull on the belt, those teeth are stuck together. It's not going anywhere. Make sure you give that a try. If you pull it and it comes loose, you haven't done this tight enough, just do it again, no problem. If you break a couple of these, don't worry, I'll give you plenty of extras. You can cut that, and now we're good. One more thing. Before we go and put this onto the actual base, you want to get a 14mm bolt and another flange nut. And this is going to be the one to tighten this, or to, sorry, I should say to clamp it after we've tightened it. The first thing you want to do is just put the 14mm screw through. What you want to do is put it all the way on, all the way up to the base of the head, but don't keep tightening. If you tighten it, it'll pull these two together and it'll hold the belt. We don't want to hold the belt yet. We're going to put the nut on all the way as well. So later on, when I tighten this, that'll clamp together, but we don't want to tighten it yet. Next thing we want to do is a little bit tricky, a little bit fiddly, but not too bad. Remembering the triangle goes on this side. What you want to try and do is give yourself a bit more, as much belt as you can to work with. And you need to pull the pulley, put the belt around how it's supposed to be. Like that. And then you can tighten that belt, pull it down, make the belt nice and just careful. You can see the belt's on properly now. Still moves around a bit. So what we want to do, the belt just moves it back and forth. It doesn't stop this wobbling around. To stop it wobbling around, that's what these guys are for. Be careful to put these through. Don't force them. If it's a bit stuck, just jiggle it or move it back and in again. If you force them, there's a small chance you'll push the balls out of the bearing, which you don't want to do. So that's about right. And the front of your machine is this one here. So we're going to make these bars lined up there. They do stick out a little bit, so let's have that at the back. And the little tail will be sticking out the back of the machine as well. Don't have them like that, don't overshoot. You can even have them sticking out a little bit, it's not really going to hurt. But have them at least in line. Then you've got these guys, you should have 4 of them. And for this step you'll need 8 18mm bolts. Put those through. Now these shouldn't be that hard to screw through yet. The one thing I will say is don't tighten it all the way yet. You can imagine if you tighten it all the way, this one will sort of stick up and the next screw will want to go in on a weird angle. So just get one in most of the way, then put the next one in. I should have pre-threaded these holes for you, so they should be fairly easy to turn. And when they get tight, you definitely don't want to keep turning them, because there's a small chance you might drill that thread uncut out. So see I'm doing one side a bit, then the other side a bit. And you'll see it start to squish down over this. It'll start to bend. And be a bit hard to turn. Don't keep turning and turning and turning and turning. Don't do that. If you think you've got it, try and move the bar back and forth. If you can't move it, you're good. So let's do the same thing with the rest. Last thing, grab this belt, pull it as tight as you can. And you want to sort of hold it with one hand, push with your thumb. You want this tight as you can get. And then jam your screwdriver in there. It won't go in very well. This is in the way, but get it as tight as you can. And this one you can do as tight as you like because it's got a metal nut. It might squish the plastic, but no one's going to care. And there we go. That's it. That is the y-axis done. So you should be able to hold it like this. It should be fairly tight. You should see when you move it, the motor shaft turning. You'll also feel, you can look and see the motor shaft turning. But we'll just make sure that's all in the right spot. If it moves freely, then you can see it only moves on this axis. It only moves back and forth. Alright guys, get caught up with the lesson now. See you next time.